What's going on, guys? Back with another video. Today we're going to be reacting to 5 glitch in the Matrix TikTok stories. Like I said before, I've never experienced that myself, but I did have a weird experience at work actually this week. So I'll let you know that story after we're done watching the TikTok. So let's get it on. We're gonna go right in and let's go. Let's get it. Happy New Year, by the way.
Last night, I literally experienced a glitch in the Matrix. So kind of late, me and my girlfriend and our friend got really hungry, so we were like, all right, let's go to Chick-fil-A. They closed at 1, we got there at 12:40, so we were like, cool. And even as the guy was taking our order, we heard someone go up to 2 cars behind us and say, okay, you guys are the last car. So we give the guy our order, and then he gives me like that little mobile card reader. I give him my credit card, pay for the food. And then we drive up to the window, and they're like, all right, what's the name on the order? And I'm like, Veronica. And they go, there's no Veronica in the system. And I said, well, we just gave that guy our order, like I already paid. And they were like, the kitchen is closed. And then my girlfriend goes, yeah, but like that guy back there like took her order, and she goes to point into the lot. There was no one there. And you want to know what else wasn't there? The 2 cars behind us. They were just gone. Like the whole lot was empty. It was literally us in the car and then just the 2 people in Chick-fil-A being like, get the fuck out of here. So yeah, I hope that me in that other timeline enjoyed her Chick-fil-A.
Yo, you know what I would have done? I would have checked my bank, see if they charged it or not. Cause that's fucking weird, yo. All right, let's go on to the next one.
Can someone please explain this to me? I cannot stop thinking about this. It's been days. A couple nights ago, I was on my way home from work. I had just picked up my daughter. It was 8:30 and it's winter, so it's dark. And we live in a very rural area, so I was driving down a whole lot of nothing to get to where we live, and I turned onto the main road that leads into our little town. And as I was driving, out of nowhere, I got hit with like a massive adrenaline rush, as if I'd been hit by something. And then I was 3 miles ahead from where I thought I was. In the same moment, my 2-year-old daughter from the back seat, unprompted, she'd been silent the whole trip, goes, "Mommy, crash!" Excuse me? What? So anyway, I think I either jumped universes or there was a glitch in the Matrix, but if anybody has an explanation for me, I'd appreciate it because I'm totally freaked out by this.
Yo, I think those are my favorite. My favorite ones are the ones that, you know, deal with they actually saw another version of you, or you know, people have noticed you somewhere else in another setting and you actually weren't there. Because that actually is like it was you, but you in another timeline, if that makes sense. If you guys have ever seen Loki, they call them variants. So I have a variant of myself in another timeline. You have a variant of yourself in another timeline, and so forth and so forth. And that variant has another variant in another timeline. That's what that means, variants. It's you, but you in another timeline. So those are the ones that I like the most. So let's go to the next one.
Something a little creepy and unexplained that I've still thought about to this day.
So I have a somewhat similar story. Go listen to hers. It's crazy. And also, don't mind me. I just took my son to the bus stop. I just woke up, etc. So this happened about 4 or 5 years ago. The boyfriend that I had at the time was at my house. I left to go pick up my daughter from school. So I was no longer in the house. I had left. When I got home, I had an alarm system at the other house too. So whenever the garage door opens, it alerts the house that the garage door is opening. So when I'm coming into the house, he's in the kitchen and he's looking at me like I have 3 heads. He's just like, you just got home right now? And I'm like, yeah, I went to pick up my daughter from school. And then he's like, wait, you mean you're just getting home right now? And I'm like, yes, I was picking up my daughter from school. And then he's like, then who's in the bathroom? And I'm like, what are you talking about? He was like, you were just in the room. Like, you literally just walked into the bedroom. You grabbed something. I said something to you. You didn't respond, and you left. And then I saw when you walked down the hallway and walked into the bathroom and shut the door. So this whole time I'm thinking you're in the bathroom. Like, this just happened. And I'm like, well, there's no way that was me because I'm here and I just got home. Like, I'm just walking into the house. To this day, we were never able to explain exactly what. For the longest time, I thought it was like my double. I can't pronounce it. Ganger. I can't pronounce it.
Variant.
I thought it was
Variant.
that. But not hearing all these like glitch in the matrix stories, I'm starting to think that may have been me, just in a different simulation type of thing.
Yo, see, those are the ones that I'm just like, what the hell? So like I said, it's you. And another time, let's go to the next one.
So I follow this woman who I'm going to tag who does glitches in the matrix. I once had an experience like this, but I never knew what the term was to call it. I just thought it was super weird and there was no explaining it. My mom was involved with this story too, so it makes it even more credible because we both witnessed it. So when I was a child, my mom was watching this TV show and there was this scene where this woman, she gets shot in this like deli area, and the way she falls, she makes this really weird screeching noise, and my little sister thought this was hilarious. After that day, my little sister and her one friend, they rewatched the scene over and over. They thought that it was so funny, the sounds that she made. She thought it was just hysterical, and me and my mom vividly remember being annoyed about rewatching this one scene over and over again. So fast forward, it's either 2020 or 2021, pretty recently, I'm watching this series that I'm going to have to find the name of because I forget, but the same exact scene comes on where this woman gets shot and falls and makes this super weird noise. I'm in disbelief. I'm like, I know that I have seen this before. I don't think much of it, and I end up telling my mom, oh my gosh, I'm watching this show. Do you remember that scene? My little sister, like, we watched it 100 times because she thought it was so funny. My mom says yes, and she starts explaining. She's like, oh, they're in the deli, and she falls, and I forget who the shooter was in the show, and he does this, and this is what he shot her, and I'm like, yeah, I'm watching that show. Let me pull up the name. So I pull up the series on my phone, and the show was just released within that 6 months. Although me and my mom vividly remember watching this over and over again about 8 years ago, when my little sister was only like 10. So how was it possible that we vividly remember watching this exact scene, which wasn't actually released until the last year or so? I call it a glitch in the matrix.
No explaining it, yo. I don't have no comment for that one. Like, what the heck? They probably saw it in another timeline. That's probably what it is. The only thing I can think of. Alright, let's go to the next one.
Unexplained glitch in the matrix from one of my followers, part 11. This one's good. This person says that her and her sister were hanging out at home one day and they decided to get some carry out from a local restaurant. She was told that it would be ready in 15 minutes and it was a 10-minute drive to pick it up. So she waited 5 minutes and then left. This person says she remembers the entire drive, made it to the cafe, grabbed the food, paid, and then got back in her car. She said when she got back in her car, her phone was ringing and her sister was asking, where the hell are you? So she replies with, I'm on my way. I just got the food literally right now. Her sister then tells her, Casey, you've been gone for 3 hours. She then says she checks her phone. She has no other missed calls, but get this. After looking at her clock, it had indeed been 3 hours. She said, I had left for my 10-minute drive to pick up the food, and 8 years later, I'm still bothered by this. She then goes on to say that she cannot explain how it was 3 hours because she remembers every detail of her drive. If you have an experience like this, I want to know.
What the hell? So she lost time. Yo, the only time that I've heard about losing time is actually not a glitch in the Matrix, but from what I've heard and from what I've seen in other documentaries and shows that I watch, usually when you lose time is because you run into UFOs, and UFOs are, I dropped my phone. UFOs are the ones that make you lose time for some reason. For some reason, there's this like a weird time loss when you run into UFOs. I don't know. Nobody can explain it. They don't know why. So, but that's fucking weird, yo. Like 30 minutes and then she lost time like that. That makes no sense. Like, why would that happen? But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, share, comment, give that thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And maybe my next video will probably be like I'm thinking about doing a Dead by Daylight. I went on my last one, and we went on, lost 3 matches, couldn't win no matches, so I want to get back on and actually win some matches for you guys. But I'll catch you in the next video. Happy New Year's Eve, Happy New Year, and I catch you next year. So watch out for my next stuff coming up. Peace out.